Well, hello there, chums. Right, well, I've got this multi-tool in this cabinet behind me, and you all know this one. This is that one that can do 9,000 damage potential, and it's an experimental. So it's a pretty cool multi-tool, but as I've understand things now, which I didn't understand at the time, is you can actually get any multi-tool over the 9,000 threshold if you actually build it outright. So here you go, I'm going to compare this, well I say any, but with 24 slot S-class ones. And I'm going to be exchanging this multi-tool for that one. Now this is in creative mode, so yeah, I'm not worried about breaking down all the tech. But I now have that awesome multi-tool. There it is. That's now on my person. And now we're going to go and make that 9,000. So it's not 9,000 as soon as you pick it up. So I've had quite a few comments saying, it's not 9,000, Captain Steve. What do I do? Well, I'm going to show you what you need to do. So you need to find a system where in the station the module vendor is selling S-class scatter blaster modules, chums. So, and you are going to need a lot of nanites for this, or you can use a duplication method. I have put out a duplication method video, so yeah, I will put that video, let's just jump out quickly, I will put that video up at the top of the screen right now on how to duplicate modules. That's if you're okay with cheating, that is, okay, chums? And yeah, that could get patched as well, so although it might work now, it might not work in the not so distant future. So let's take on off. Now this is version 2.61, I think. Right, let's take on off. Let's head on over to the old station and we'll see what's going on. So this is Desolation, and it's just patch 1 of the updates. So, and it's what? It's still July. It's the 25th of July. I had to look at my freaking calendar to see that. Anyway, I'm heading to the station. Let's see if this one there, chums. Right, well, I'm up in the station that has got the module. In fact, this station has got a freaking shed ton of modules. So let's go speak to the actual technician. Hello there, my friends. So purchase upgrade modules, and yeah, he has got the Boltcaster, Scatter Blaster, which is the one that I want, and that's the one that you need to get, Blaze Javelin, which is my favorite weapon, and also the Mining Beam module as well. So that's pretty damn sweet. So I'm going to get the Scatter Blaster module, and I may as well get the Boltcaster because you can't actually delete the Boltcaster, and I'm going to get the Mining Beam. This is going to become my everyday weapon, so I'm not going to bother with the Blaze Javelin. We're going to go for the Scatter Blaster. So I've bought all three. So if you want to come to this system, if you want to grab these modules from the same vendor, there you go. There's the coordinates in the bottom left hand corner of how to get the, yep, so that's that pretty much. Awesome. Righty ho. So now all I need to do is run down to my ship, save and reload, and keep buying those same modules over and over again. Okay, so this is going to take me a while, but through the power of editing, I'll be right back with you in a bit. So that's my autosave. Then all I want to do is go into my options menu, and I want to go to reload autosave that I just made. Sweet. Welcome back there, chums. Right, well, I now have a shed load of modules. Now out of all of these, I'm hoping to at least get a couple of good ones, maybe one or maybe two, but we may have to do this again. So over on my multi-tool, I've just dismantled the Blaze Javelin that was there, and all I'm going to do is install some tech now. So what I need, let me have a look through, where is the one I want? The Scatter Blaster, lovely jubbly, so that's going in. Chicka-pow, chicka-pow. And I'm going to be putting in also the module that sort of enhances that device. So let's go for that as well. So that's the shell greaser. So that's going in as well. Pow! Pow! Shell greaser in. In fact, I might move that to touch that. And you can see there, just linking those two together has already stuck it up to 4,000. So if you haven't hit 4,000, you've obviously done something wrong. Okay, now let's get ourselves some of these little kiddies. So let's try this. Now what I want to do is put that in there, and when I hover over this, you can see how it's doing. And what I'm after is one with some chevrons. Now let's just install a few more. Let's see if we can get one to appear. So let's get that, put that there. You see that just jumped up massively. That one probably has the chevrons. What I'm on about is, you see where it says a fire rate plus 12. That's actually quite good. You can get a plus 13 if you're lucky. So there's plus 11 is the most common. So I'm going to get rid of this one that hasn't got that one in. Okay, and you can see that hardly really changed anything. When I put that back in and linked it together, it's back up to 5.2 already. Okay, so let's go back to my exosuit and let's try another one. Let's stick another one in. So I'm going to stick that one there so it links in. And look, it just jumped up to 6.8. So why is that jumped to 6.8? There's the chevrons, and again it's a plus 12. And like I say, you can get plus 13s. So let's go back over, let's try another. Let's try this one. Let's put that one up there. Let's see if it jumps up again. It did. We're now on 7.5. And you can see there that that one hasn't got the chevrons on. It hasn't got the fire rate is what I'm after. So I don't want that one at all. That one can go. That can get knotted. Let's go for another one. Let's give it another shot. Here we go. It's completely random numbers, chums. So there we go. Now I'm over the 9,000. 92871. And that one there has got the fire rate of plus 14. That is extremely freaking rare. Now if I had 3 plus 14s, this would be freaking through the roof. This would be far higher than 9,000, but it just goes to show that it's very easy to hit the 9,000 with this multi-tool. And it's not just this multi-tool. Heck no, it's all multi-tools. The Scatter Blaster is seriously OP, but you're not going by damage, which is the real weird thing. This is what threw me, because I was looking for ones with plus damage. You see there it says plus damage 2. I was looking for ones with plus damage of 3. It's extremely rare to find one that's got damage of 3 and fire rate. The fire rate just doesn't seem to be on them, or I haven't had any luck. But I'd imagine if you manage to get the ones that have got the fire rate of plus 14, if I had 2 more of them, I daren't say it, but it may even go over the 10, you know, whether with 100,000. I don't know. That number's too big for me to even fathom, to be fair. That's freaking mind-blowing. That's blown my fragile little mind. Kaboom, there you go. But there we go. So there we are. Now what I can do, if I wanted to, I can get these other ones. So this one here. If I put that there, it's going to break, but at least I can scan over the top of it, and I can see what that would have been. So we can see their fire rate is only 11. So there we go, I can get rid of that. And I can continue this way. And if there is one that I get that's actually better, I can swap it out. So let's try that. Let's see what this one is. So fire rate 11. So no, I've been extremely lucky with the ones I've got. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to be keeping that, I think. And I think I've run out of those modules anyway. But how awesome was that? And now I've still got all these that I can put in there. But even when you put these in, it's not going to change anything now. It goes by your strongest weapon. So your strongest weapon, its total damage potential, is what gets equaled over here. And the Scatter Blaster at the moment is the most powerful of weapons. Relatively. I mean, I would say that the Blaze Javelin is far better at taking out other players. This thing is great for taking out Sentinel Walkers. Each of the weapons has their own speciality, so it's up to you what you want and how you go about it. But to be honest, I wouldn't really worry too much about the numbers. I would just build the tool that works for you and not really worry overly too much. I have made another video on that. You can see that. I'll put a little link to it up there. But there we go, chums. That's pretty much everything I've got for you. So that's how you can make this multi-tool. Over 9,000, like Vegeta says. And yeah, the reason I've done this is there was a couple of people putting up comments saying this is very clickbaity, or this isn't for real, how do you do this, how do you do that, etc, etc. I have spent all day trying to work this out, chums. It's frickin' done my frickin' head in, and here we are. We're here now, so yeah, thanks to a couple of clever people in comments on Twitter and other places that actually told me it's not the damage potential. It's not the damage that you want to up, Steve. That plus 3 does nothing. You need to go for fire rate, which is just... What the fudge? Are you serious? Hold on, what's fire rate? How does that... But then when you think about it, the quicker you can fire, the more damage you can do per second. So it's probably based on DPS, not overall damage. Damage per second rather than actual damage, which just makes no sense. Anyway, at least that's how I'm making sense of it now. But you guys have been freaking ace, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Goodbye or goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. And here's my fully upgraded tool, and you can see I've put in loads more modules and it hasn't affected the damage potential. But that's the finished article. There's multiple ways to support my channel, Patreon being one. Thank you, Patreons. And I also have YouTube membership. Thank you, YouTube memberships. Yep, there's multiple tiers there for everyone. Be sure to check both out if you're thinking of supporting me that way. Hitting a like or a subscribe or leaving a comment. I love reading comments. Is another way to support the channel. Or there's merch if you want to find a dandy pair of socks or a t-shirt. Head on over to Teespring. Or just stay with Captain Steve a little bit longer and watch a little more. Hit join or sub. Heck yes. We'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio.